Welcome to Fatal Seconds. Do you believe that a single moment of carelessness can change a life forever? Here, we share real and emotional stories of crashes, shocking moments, and invaluable lessons. Subscribe and turn on your notifications for more videos like this. A truck attempted a reckless drift on a bridge but lost control, crashing through the guardrail and plunging below. Debris scattered as it hit the ground with a violent impact, leaving onlookers in shock. The footage is a stark reminder of the dangers of reckless driving. A police officer was inspecting a car, unaware that a speeding vehicle with failed brakes was hurtling toward him. As the out-of-control car approached, bystanders watched in shock, realizing the imminent danger. The officer, oblivious to the approaching accident, stood just moments away from potential disaster.
District Attorney's Office released a video today. Xavier Taylor is driving the black car you'll see here in a moment. Police say he was going nearly 100 miles an hour down Singleton Boulevard in Dallas last year when he plowed into that other red car. Taylor said he was running behind, and that's why he was speeding. He was sentenced today to 10 years in prison.
This is what happens when a reckless, speeding driver ignores all safety rules, endangering not only their own life, but also the lives of everyone around them, turning the road into a disaster waiting to happen. This bus was making its way over a bridge when, out of nowhere, the driver lost control, sending the massive vehicle into a chaotic, uncontrollable descent. Oh my gosh, what a horrifying and heartbreaking fate for the driver and passengers, who had no idea that this journey would take such a disastrous turn. In just moments, lives were thrown into uncertainty, fear filled the air, and the once routine trip became a nightmare unfolding before everyone's eyes. Gosh, what an idiot driver on steering. This is what happens when a reckless truck driver handles the steering. Oh no, the massive tanker suddenly burst into flames just moments before it skidded uncontrollably off the road and plunged into a deep ditch, creating a horrifying spectacle of fire and destruction. The sheer size of the vehicle made the situation even more dangerous as the flames rapidly spread, feeding on the highly flammable fuel it was carrying. Within seconds, thick, black smoke billowed into the sky, making it visible from miles away. Onlookers could only watch in terror, unable to do anything as the massive inferno consumed the tanker, turning what should have been an ordinary journey into a nightmare. As the fire raged, the intense heat made it nearly impossible for anyone to get close. The road was quickly engulfed in chaos as passing vehicles screeched to a halt, with drivers frantically trying to move away from the danger zone. Emergency responders rushed to the scene, their sirens wailing in urgency. Firefighters battled relentlessly to contain the blaze, while paramedics stood by, ready to assist any possible survivors. Despite their best efforts, the fire burned fiercely, fueled by the leaking fuel that had already seeped into the ground. Authorities wasted no time in launching an investigation to determine the cause of the catastrophe. After hours of careful examination and eyewitness accounts, experts later confirmed that the tragedy was caused by a ruptured fuel line. A surveillance camera captured shocking footage of a high-speed crash between two sports cars. The impact sent sparks and debris flying as the vehicles skidded to a wrecked stop. Emergency responders rushed in, while authorities used the footage to investigate the cause, highlighting the dangers of reckless driving. Watch the horrifying moment as a speeding car collides violently with another near a bustling filling station, triggering a devastating series of events. The sheer force of the impact sends both vehicles careening out of control, metal crunching as debris scatters across the pavement. Within seconds, flames burst from one of the mangled cars, rapidly engulfing the wreckage in a fiery inferno. Thick black smoke billows into the sky, creating a scene of chaos and panic. Onlookers, stunned by the sudden explosion, scream and scramble for safety, fearing the worst as the fire rages dangerously close to the fuel pumps. The heat is intense, making it nearly impossible to approach, while the growing flames cast an eerie glow against the night. Some bystanders attempt to help from a distance, waving frantically at incoming vehicles to steer clear of the potential disaster. Emergency responders arrive in record time, their sirens piercing through the chaos as firefighters rush to contain the blaze. Every second counts as they battle the towering flames, dousing them with water and foam to prevent further destruction. Meanwhile, paramedics work urgently to assess the condition of the drivers and any possible passengers, hoping to pull survivors from the wreckage before it's too late. Authorities later analyzed the shocking footage from nearby surveillance cameras, trying to piece together the events that led to the deadly crash. Investigators confirmed that excessive speed and reckless driving were major factors, turning an ordinary roadway into a nightmare in a matter of seconds. It was a chilling moment when a speeding car lost control and crashed violently into a stationary truck, causing a devastating accident. The impact was brutal, sending a loud, bone-rattling crash echoing through the area. Metal twisted and shattered on impact, with debris scattering across the road. For a brief moment, there was an eerie silence before bystanders rushed toward the wreckage, fearing the worst. The force of the collision had crushed the front of the car, leaving it barely recognizable. Some witnesses stood frozen in shock, while others frantically called emergency services, their voices filled with urgency. The chilling crash served as yet another reminder of how one moment of loss of control could lead to disaster. What you get to see when an idiot starts driving. Phew, my gosh. The concept of careless driving cannot be overemphasized because the end product is always a crash. Surveillance footage captures the chilling moment a car nearly plunges off a bridge after colliding with another vehicle. The impact sends it skidding toward the edge, teetering before coming to a halt just inches from disaster. This is what happens when you pay deaf ears to an emergency ambulance that's on a high speed. This could have been avoided, but the driver of the red car is very impatient and loves to have his way, as if he's the king of American road. A nighttime surveillance video captures the horrifying moment when a tanker loaded with diesel loses control and crashes, triggering a massive fire that engulfs the road in an instant. The footage shows the tanker swerving erratically before slamming into an obstacle, causing a violent explosion upon impact. Flames burst out, spreading rapidly across the asphalt as thick, black smoke rises into the night sky, creating a scene of chaos and panic. Bystanders, caught off guard by the sudden disaster, scramble to get away, fearing the worst as the fire inches closer to nearby vehicles and structures. Some desperately try to alert oncoming traffic, waving and shouting to prevent more vehicles from driving into the inferno. The intense heat makes it impossible to approach, and the crackling of burning fuel fills the air as the fire grows more intense. Authorities later review the chilling footage to determine the cause of the accident. Preliminary investigations suggest that brake failure or reckless driving may have played a role in the disaster. Thank you for watching. If you found this content valuable, please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss our latest videos. We promise to bring you more high-quality and captivating content. See you in the next video.